Today, Friday 9th of August 2024, being the 9th day of the nationwide End Bad Governance protest, a coalition of civil society groups, youth and activists gathered at the Right House in Ikeja, Lagos, determined to sustain the collective fight for meaningful reform.
We, the people, we are the government. And given that they've taken us for granted for too long, this struggle alone is a satisfaction that narrative of taking our people for granted for too long will no longer be tolerated.
We've seen people shot, killed. None of us in this country has to die because of bad governance.
We're going to engage from federal to the states to the local government. What we have done is that we're building active citizens. And democracy only thrives when you have active citizens.
We show the sign of patriotism by not compromising or going back. And for so many years, we have been articulating non-capitalist economic reconstructive strategies, but they keep on asking us for alternatives.
The demonstration began with a public symposium where activists called for an end to bad governance, the reformation of public accountability, and the adoption of sustainable economic policies. However, the activists further emphasized that the struggle for better governance would extend beyond the current protests.
We need to continue in this commitment. We need to continue organizing ourselves. We need to continue in our active participation. And I think that is where lies the victory.
We don't enjoy protest. It is not that people don't have other things to do with their lives, but it is the social and material conditions that have imposed this protest on us.
Despite a heavy security presence, a candlelight procession was held from Adeniyi Jones to the Lagos State Secretariat in Alausa. The procession was dedicated to honoring more than 40 protesters who lost their lives during the demonstrations and demanding justice for over 100 protesters arrested nationwide.
All of those who have been killed across the country in the course of this peaceful protest must also be adequately compensated, and all those who are responsible for those killings must be arrested and tried. We are calling for a democratic public probe into the killings and the clampdown across the country.
Protesters also expressed their deep frustration with the current administration, urging significant reforms in the country.
We are not fighting with Tinubu, but what we are asking from him is that he should reduce the pump price of fuel. That is what we are asking from him.
In the street, there is hunger in Nigeria. Everyone is suffering, both the rich and the poor.
We all know the effect of subsidy removal without putting measures in place to cushion the effects, which is one of the reasons hunger is still in the land. So we want the president to meet with our demand.
We want our vote to count. You can't call this a democracy where our vote does not count. So number one thing is returning the power to the people, by which making our votes to count.
As the candlelight procession and public symposium draws to a close, the resolution of this coalition of civil societies remain clear. They want the government to look into the current economic hardship plaguing the country. Matthew Ogunswada, reporting for Voice of the People TV.